Education is a field that is always changing. So this means that a teacher's job is essentially always changing. And it is a teacher's responsibility to make sure that they are keeping to date with the current teaching practices. This means having professional development and trainings that align with those current teaching practices when those practices are being put in place. Teachers should make a routine of collaborating with other teachers so that they can have some type of checks and balances within their practices and have other data to compare it to. If something's not working for you, you can see if it's working for another teacher in that contact area. If it is working for them, you can, in more specific, see why it's working for them and not you and what you could do differently. Some professional disposition of learner qualities that I possess is respect for the diversity of others, dedication, honesty, fairness, and advocacy. In my undergrad career, I focused a lot on socioeconomic status and how that affects how well someone does in life. Since learning about that, I have been very dedicated to making sure that I help people recognize their talents, no matter their socioeconomic status. While my undergrad prepared me for pre-law, I soonly after realized I had more of a passion for children and helping them realize their talents at a young age to better prepare them for life. I think it's very important to be honest with my students. Be honest about how this world works, who is prepared for, and who it's not prepared for, and how to work around that. As a teacher, I think it's very important to understand that we all have biases. We are human, and biases is a human thing. However, even though we are human and biases are a natural thing, it is our duty to make it a routine to check our biases very often in our field. Biases affect how you treat people, and how you treat people eventually affects their life and how they go through their educational career. So it is up to us to make sure in order for them to have an equitable educational career, we are constantly checking our biases and upholding the fairness, professional development quality. I came into education because I believe in kids, no matter their socioeconomic status, and it's important to help those kids discover that gift as early as possible. My first year of teaching has been very eye-opening and challenging as I have been struggling with the high expectations PDL. With my kids coming from lower socioeconomic status and having a huge homeless population, it's very easy to look at them and say, well, they don't really care much about the education. They have a lot to worry about at home. But upholding the high expectations does give them a sense of responsibility, and a sense of responsibility goes a long way for a kid that does want to do well. I also have trouble with the reflection component. It's really hard for me since I plan my lesson plans a week or two in advance to pivot within the lesson plan. If I give my class an exit ticket and a lot of them do very bad, it's very hard for me to pivot the next day's lesson plan to make sure I address that concept again. Professional conduct is also a challenge for me, unfortunately, since I am 25 years old, very new out of college. Professionalism is something I do have to work on. These kids, even though they are 10 years 12 years younger than me, we do have a lot of the same interests since we are both on TikTok and social media. And for the first time, being the adult in the room is something that has boundaries with it. And those are boundaries that I'm learning to navigate and set with these kids. Thank you.